Hi everyone, how you going? Hang on a minute, I'll just fix my lighting issue for you guys, and I'll just wait for this to boot up. So it looks like we're online. Just wait for a couple more people to come on. Should get notification come through shortly, hopefully. I'm just waiting for that thing from Facebook that goes ding on me. So a few minutes ago, you would have seen on the page a live from Sophie. Good luck to Sophie and well done for her efforts. It's the first time she's ever done a live. It's very hard for people on the card. Yeah, it's Tony Batchelor. I don't know what you mean by your comment. Anyway, I'd like to say a big thank you to Sophie for her courage in doing this afternoon. As I said, a lot of card holders are too afraid to come forward, especially on a live video on our platform. Her anxiety is off the planet, yes, like so many of the people that are forced onto the cashless debit card, with the impacts that it has on their lives, their finances, their housing situation. Just bear with me, I'm going to put a big light on, because this light's going to keep going on and off here. Just bear with me for a second, guys. Hang on. I'll keep talking. So, hopefully that'll be a bit better. A bit of daylight. So, yeah. And all I can say is well done to Sophie for her effort this afternoon. We helped coordinate it so she could come live onto our page, because, you know, it's difficult. And I really do feel for these people. Sophie's not the only one going through her rent issues this week. I have other people in the same boat who can't pay rent, who can't transfer their rent. Another lady is about to become another week behind in rent up here, because the rent resets kicked in and they've stuffed it up and they won't let her transfer. People have got money stuck on this card. Like you would have heard in Sophie's story, she's got money that she could go and waste on plastic shit, as she calls it, from Kmart, but they won't let her pay her rent. The real things that impact people's credit ratings, rental histories, things that stay with them for life, right, is what the damage this card is doing to people. And it's disgusting. And yeah, well done to Sophie. She's gonna probably put comments underneath her post. She was very nervous, as you could tell. I think she had more to say as well, but she's just really nervous, which is understandable. So we'll keep bringing you the stories from the card holders, and where possible, where I can assist people to tell their stories live, I will help them. And I'll post their videos and their stories, and we'll keep being a platform for the card holders to have a voice, because they must have their voices heard. Their stories must be told, and action must be taken to protect these people. People shouldn't be pushed out of where they want to live and lose the opportunity of having jobs and work, right? Just because they couldn't pay rent, because the relationship went south and they couldn't pay their rent. And the result was she lost employment over this. She lost affordable housing over this. She had to move across the country, right? And she's still paying the price for that a year later. And now that she's about to move house again, they're blocking her from paying up the rent. So she had to use cash, her cash portion again. This is another lady last week had to use all of her cash portioners and had her housing limit lowered as a result, like a punishment. You know, it's getting ridiculous. Victoria's a bit different to the other states. They pay their rent monthly in Victoria most of the time. That still doesn't line up with the 28-day cycle. It meant for the whole 12 months for Sophie, her rent would fall 3 days overdue, which would still cause problems for her. All right. So, yeah, it would be causing so much problems in that respect. In New South Wales, people pay weekly. You know what I mean? In Queensland, people pay fortnightly. Every state's different on how people pay their rents. Do you know? This card doesn't make any allowances for people's circumstances, individual, periodic lease, cash rents, right? It doesn't allow for any of that. And this is what the problem is. Nikki says this is exactly how abusers keep you from leaving. And that's it. That's, I've met several people online that have had to move interstate in order to rent properties and to get away from domestic violence. And we've got card holders all over the country that have fled domestic violence, but they've been delayed in leaving because they haven't been able to get the cash up to leave. And then they're hindered by not being able to pay rents where they land, not be able to replace furniture and stuff easily. They struggle. They really do struggle. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and say thank you very much again to Sophie for her courage. All right. And she will be able to probably articulate better in writing her story, which she will do. I had to talk to her afterwards, and she's a bag of nerves, and I don't blame her. It is so nerve-wracking when you've not done this before, and it's difficult for people, but good on her. She did it, and she's going to get stronger from here, and more card holders, please step up. Even if you send me your story anonymously, I'll share it. If you make a video, we'll find a way to post it for you, right? And if you want to do a live video on your own page, make sure it's public so we can share it to our pages. Because I can't take everybody onto the page in order to do lives like this, but we will always keep pushing out people's stories so the public needs to see what it's doing and get past this. It's just like a normal debit card crap, because it isn't. It is seriously doing damage to people financially, emotionally, mentally, and it impacts on their children as well as their families and their extended families as well. Because at the end of the day, not everybody's got extended family that can support them either. Not everybody can find somewhere else to go. And, Sophie said she was privileged. She does have some support in that area, but most people don't. And this card is an abomination, and it has to go. Okay, guys. See ya.